Hi, today's chat is coming from my bed because I want to talk about insomnia. How many of you have suffered with this or difficulty sleeping, sleep imbalances? I've been there, and I wanted to share a little bit of what worked for me. And as a medical intuitive, quantum healer, transformational life coach, I've helped others to look at this issue. And that's what spurred me to keep looking deeper for myself at the time. It was about 4 years ago that it hit me really hard. And I had a good 10 months or more where I suffered from many sleepless nights in a row, where I couldn't focus during the day. I was having panic attacks, even in the middle of the night, anxiety, digestive issues, and other symptoms. And there's some similar, underlying themes that were happening, contributing to this. So I'm going to just give some tips on what worked for me. And I'm not going to go deep into each of these areas, which we could do. And I encourage you to research more, the areas that call to you, or send me a message. I can, point you in some directions or offer some deeper guidance and support if you would like that. And so I also need to say that I am not a medical doctor or a psychotherapist, and what I'm sharing is from an energy standpoint and what worked for me. Always trust yourself, talk to your doctor, so you know what works for you, because that's one of the keys. Is for each person, it's individual, it's unique. And when we get a symptom, it can be anything. However, something like insomnia, I believe there's the convergence of many energies coming together. And remember, you're an energy body. You're a physical body, an emotional, mental energy body, and the outermost is your spiritual energy body. Every one of those levels is being impacted if you're having this difficult time sleeping. So I'll start with some of the tips of, I'll give you tips on what to do, but what are the causes? A common one is from Chinese medicine is about the liver. What's going on with our liver? Is it overburdened? Is it taxed? And that's a pretty common theme in today's world, because of the prolific amount of toxins that are in the air and food, soils, and we're ingesting it. And your liver is your main purifier. It's filtering this blood like crazy, wanting to give pure blood to your heart and your brain. Those are the two most vital parts. So it's working overtime, and our livers need lots of love. They need tender care and some support. Now, there's a lot of ways if you go online and research. I've done many myself through the 20 plus years I've been a holistic healer, from coffee enemas to herbal products to homeopathic. There's so much there. One resource that has worked well for me and many of my clients is Anthony Williams' Medical Medium. His unique perspective and giving us deeper insights into the foods we're eating, which foods heal and which foods and herbs cleanse our liver, is invaluable. And that first thing in the morning, celery juice was one of the things I believe that started to help my liver and the digestive system. Because an imbalance in our digestive system very much affects our brain and our central nervous system, our immune system, and all of that. Our microbiome, the lining of the gut, is out of balance in a high percentage of us. And so that too is finally becoming more mainstream. We are understanding how much we need to support that and offer it the help that it needs, cleansing out the old toxins. And a resource there that I find invaluable is Dr. Zach Bush and Ion Biome. I have seen this product and his knowledge help millions. And so trust who calls out to you, read a little bit, follow your heart. But those two resources, I think, can offer great healing and balance if you're suffering from difficulty sleeping and you want to offer support on your liver and your microbiome. And no matter what happens after, if you chose those two, you're going to get some benefit. And I saw benefits in many other areas in my life by adding in a little tightening up of my vegan plant-based diet. I gave up even, corn and wheat, and then adding, more support to my microbiome that helped settle my nervous system. Okay. Another thing that's going on in today's world is the proliferation of electromagnetic fields, especially this 5G. You may want to have things in your space that help protect you from that. And I keep, I don't know if you can see over here, but I have crystal pyramids, golden mean, crystal pyramids that help with EMFs. There's many things out there. And I really encourage people not to have their cell phone right next to their bed when they're sleeping. In your bedroom space, your cells need to regenerate, and it can't if we're being bombarded. Look at protection around from some of those interference energies. Another area on the more spiritual level is this difficulty with surrender. Really being able to surrender off. That's what sleep is. Can I let go of everything and surrender? And if we have some old wounds that we haven't addressed that are coming up to be looked at, those may be keeping you awake to bring attention there, to bring healing. Some call, that midnight hour time to, or between middle of the night, time to connect with your guides and angels. And that may be one of the reasons you're not sleeping, is your higher self and your helpers so want you to hear something. And are we so busy in our mind? The ego, it wants to control. It's here to keep you safe. However, it's wanting to control our life from its own perspective. And so we need to love it enough to relax, to trust your soul self to come forward. And so often there's something in that level of, can I totally surrender? How do I let go in life? Or am I very controlling? That can be key. Looking at that issue with sleep issues. Okay, so unwinding even then this, if we've been having a habit of not sleeping well, what are the beliefs we develop around that? I know I did. After not sleeping so well, I couldn't believe that I could sleep. Prior to that, years ago, I slept beautifully. I had 6 children. I could sleep through anything. And then I have these many months of insomnia, and I lost all belief that I could sleep. I had to really start unwinding that belief that I couldn't, that it wasn't within me. And so one way to do that the best is don't think of going to your bed as, I have to sleep, I have to sleep. I would encourage you to say, I'm going to lay down, I'm going to meditate, and I'm going to offer myself some rest and let go of this control around sleep. And when I started to believe that even if I just got rest without a deep sleep, I was going to be okay, that opened the doorway to relax deeper and deeper. I found guided meditations very helpful. I have a few of those there. There's others that offer it around sleep. I found binaural beats, bringing our brain into the theta and delta state, very helpful. Those types of things. Create the space in your environment, in your bedroom, very soothing. Only have things around you that you love. And no EMFs. Perhaps it's a candle and that soft music. Lots of nurturing self-love practices to bring that energy down and unwind the habit that I can't sleep. As you're working through these other levels of, do I have toxins in my system? Am I dealing with some of my anxiety in other ways? And speaking of that, one of the key factors in me healing this difficulty sleeping was around, during the day, taking time to meditate, taking time to slow my mind and just breathe and drop deeper into a state of calm and relaxation. That was the biggest component to help me to relax at night. common sense is, don't have caffeine during the day. I would literally stop it altogether. However, for most people, if you're having it first thing in the morning, I know if you haven't slept, you feel like you need it. I understand that. But really, no matter how tired you are, do not nap and don't drink caffeine the rest of the day. And do get some exercise, nature, get fresh air. Really, even if you're feeling tired, I'd say, really get some strong exercise in there. That really helped too, and lots of oxygenation. And no matter how tired you are during the day, try not to nap. Wait. And your adrenals may need some support during this time. I help a lot of clients with that. I encourage you to work with a holistic healer. There's beautiful herbs. I tried them all. I tried a lot of herbal sleep remedies. And what I found, many of them worked for a night or two and then they stopped working. So I knew it wasn't something else just outside of me to help heal this. I needed to go and keep healing the gut, the liver, the old wounds of I'm not safe, I have to control. And then I could use some of these, herbal supports, homeopathic supports as needed. And that would help my adrenals too, as far as magnesium. That's a mineral that will help relax. Most of us that I've tested are deficient. Especially if you get muscle cramps, things like that, you need magnesium. Magnesium glycinate is a good option. Citrate, magnesium citrate, if you're having difficulty with constipation. And then during the day, a good B complex with methylcobalamin in it for the B12. That helps the nervous system, and that's another vitamin I see that many of us have depleted with stress. And so if we're not sleeping, that's a stressor, an added stressor. And so some of these vitamins and minerals get more depleted. However, I really encourage people to work with a holistic healer to get the right amounts for you. Another thing that I did was acupuncture. Firm believer in acupuncture, thousands and thousands of years old, helping, the meridians and the chakras to align. I've always felt better in those days. Any energy healing, chakra balancing, trust your heart. What feels right for you to settle and to start listening within and relax into the truth of who you are. A massage is perfect, especially now, we're in 2020 and there's so much of this not touching, and we're missing that. We need human touch for our immune system, for our neurotransmitters and chemicals in our brain. And I found getting a massage in the evening was very helpful to sleep. And so those are the main things that are coming up for me right now to help offer to you. I did many of these things at once. You may want to just start one area. I was so committed that I wanted to keep doing what I could on each level. The physical, mental, emotional with the energy work, perhaps EFT. There's lots of emotional freedom technique on YouTube. You can follow around that. And venting and expressing, journaling. And then, the mental, looking at those beliefs we've taken on around sleep and surrender. And then the spiritual. Can I really let go and trust myself to lift into this state of rest and restoration? And just know, offer yourself that gift. I'm going to relax. I believe I can heal this. I'm worthy, and I trust. Thank you so much for sitting with me here in this space. Namaste.